Maria. All right, we sound good.
You see this date right here? September 25th, 1926. You can put that in your calendar as the day Americans unalived. This is the day that the man made you all little puppets.
That's fine. All right, we're going to have some fun. Buckle up, boys. September 25th, 1926, Henry Ford announces the 8-hour, 5-day work week, which has been turned into the 7-day work week. Now, today we're going to be talking about get a real job, and also the fact that we are stuck in the 9-to-5 system. This is going to be a good time. If you're new here, welcome. Buckle up. Get a real job. And that's how most people feel about getting a real job. Now, you would think that, let's really dig deep on this, okay? This dude's a truck driver, and he gets this question a lot. Why don't you get a real job? All you do is sit in a truck. Easy shit. Oh, that went really depressing. But, think about this for a second. What do you think a real job is? Seriously. Is it an office job? Is your office job killing you? I mean, is your real job killing you? Do you hate your real job? Okay, really, for real though, what's a real job? I want to know. Okay, so I went to Webster's Dictionary here. Okay, so a job is a regular remunerative position. I gotta fucking look up what remunerative means. He goes, a specific duty, role, or function. Something that has to be done. Okay, so it sounds like anything could be a fucking job at this point. Now, this is some comments from a previous video I did called The Job Market is a Joke. This guy's talking about working in HR. Okay, which in my opinion is a bullshit job. But to some people, that's a real job. It's still a job. What they do, I'm not quite sure. Now, this dude goes, if people wouldn't speak like they are a wannabe gangster rapper, street persons, and also want to ditch their tattoos and piercings, it might help get somebody in the door. I'm an HR manager. Okay. And I can tell you that being yourself, self-expression, doesn't cut it in real business world. Real job, big daddy, boss baller shit. He doesn't say all that. Unless someone just wants a burger flipping, car washing, dog walking job and not a career, I'm just being honest. I'm not going to put a person into my company who cannot communicate or look professional. Okay, awesome. Now, see how that felt when I said that his job wasn't a real job? Okay. Everybody's perspective, the way you look at it might be different. You might not think what I'm doing is a real job, but we'll get to that. Now let's talk about a career. All right, let's just get on the same page here before we really get this party cracking. A career is a profession for which one trains and which is undertaken as a permanent calling. All right? A field or pursuit of consecutive progress, achievement, especially in public, professional, or business life. Okay, so when he said dog walking, I actually know 2 separate individuals that own dog walking babysitting businesses. And they make a lot of money. Probably more than an HR manager. No offense. But to that guy, the dog walking babysitter is a joke. And the dog walking babysitter is laughing at him because she's probably making more than that guy. Walking dogs. Did anybody in this room hear that? No, this is awesome. Okay, speaking of a regular, classic 9-to-5 real job career, this is going to sum up how most people feel about that position.
Because despite it all, me and every other guy who will never be what he wanted to be are still out there being what we don't want to be 40 hours a week for life. And the fact that I haven't put a gun in my mouth, you pudding of a woman, makes me a winner.
I mean, think about what he just said. 40 hours a week. You gotta rev those numbers up, Big Daddy. More like 65. Okay? But really think about that. I mean, this is an old show. This is Al Bundy, dude. Big Bundy. Big Daddy Bundy. Okay? The everyday man. I mean, this is a long time ago. They're just basically putting in, and everyone's laughing in that. Like, that's a laugh track, but at the same time, like, people are like, it's so true. Something to think about. Okay? Go get a real job, though. I'm not saying don't. We're kind of stuck in the 9-to-5 system. Okay. Now, this is going to kind of make sense. Japan has created the ultimate gaming bed so you never have to rejoin society again. All right, I put that in here because, one, people play video games nonstop to escape their reality. They probably hate their job, and they might just enjoy video games. But people also make a shit ton of money off of video games. All right? And speaking of careers, all right, this is hilarious. A billionaire's advice: when you're not sure on what to do, flip a coin. Because when the coin is in the air, you realize which option you're actually hoping for. Now, when you're flipping the coin of life, do you wish to have the regular 9-to-5 job that you know you're probably going to hate? Probably not. Are you going to do anything about it? I don't know. I hope you would. That's for you to decide. You flip your own damn coin. I'm just kidding. I don't even know you. Don't take it too personal. All right, upward and onward. Speaking of jobs people don't like, this person goes, I've been looking for a new job for 6 months because I hate my job. I just don't like my job. And then they go, okay, so I think for many of us, it's not a lack of trying, but it is the economy, the situation that we're in is making it difficult. Wow. That's from a previous video I did, okay? And that's how most people feel about their jobs, and they hate it. And that's why a lot of these people, these younger cats, Gen Z, even millennials, I'm a millennial, we're like, no, I'm good. I'm okay. You know, not all of us, like we do need, I'm not saying, we'll get there. Not everybody can be an influencer. Speaking of influencers, here we go.
Like social media, oh, it's so easy, it's so this, it's so that. But I was staying up and I would go all day just writing ideas, and then I would go home, film them all, edit them until like 4 in the morning.
Being an influencer is easy. I'm gonna say it. Oh no, I had to brainstorm ideas for my TikToks. In social media, you get to make your own schedule, you get to stay at home, and you make videos that you want to put out.
Okay, so to be fair, I am a full-time YouTuber, video maker, guy, comedian, dude. Okay. And first of all, to make this a full-time living, shit ain't easy. It ain't easy at all. I had to work 8 days a week to make this work. Good fucking luck. That's all I'm going to say. It can be done. Especially now. We're in like the golden age. Okay, but let's really break this down. Entrepreneur. One who organizes, manages, and assumes the risks of a business or enterprise. Good. Okay. So, do I own YouTube? No, I don't. Okay. I technically work for YouTube or Google. All hail Google. Okay. I love you. Thank you very much for the opportunity. But for me to make this a sustainable, long-term career, I have to own something. So, first of all, I apologize to all my Patreon members. I've been working on making my own website, but I have to own the website. So that's the hard part. Good luck doing that. It's very difficult. I don't know what I'm doing. But once I own that, and I'm able to get money outside of just Google, okay, which I've been doing. I've been doing that a lot the last few months. It's been awesome. I'm making this a real business. Okay? But just posting videos to TikTok doesn't make it a real business. You're still working a job. It's still probably a much more fun job than most people's jobs. But to make it a real business, it's not as easy as that dude said it is. And to make it long term, it's some massive risks. Cool. Let's keep this party moving. I'm glad we got that out of the way. All right, so this person goes, I know working a 9 to 5 is not sexy, but not everyone can be a social media influencer or OnlyFans star. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be able to be an OnlyFans star. I mean, unless there's like a small niche out there for like dudes with like petite hairy asses, then I'm making a lot of money. Daddy be rolling. But they're right. Not everybody's going to be able to do what I'm doing full time here. Can a lot of people make money off of it? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I highly recommend you do before it gets too difficult. That's opportunity out here. Okay. But they're absolutely right. It's not as easy as you fucking think. It's just not. It's just not. Try it out. Most people will need to get a skill or education. Okay. Remember education. This is important. And work a steady, boring job and invest consistently from a regular paycheck to have any assets. But that's really not that hard to do in America. Don't make life harder than it actually is, kids. We're not making it harder than it is. Whoever's running the show is making it very difficult. I, in fact, am not running a damn thing. Besides this YouTube channel and my mouth. I hope you're having a good time. But like, think about that. What regular, boring, steady, boring job is paying enough for you to invest in anything? Seriously, name me one. Because anything worthwhile, ever, maybe for a brief stint in time, the 70s, 80s, and maybe the 90s, maybe this steady, boring job was a real thing. But nowadays, that don't fucking exist. The steady, boring job exists, but investing? Come on, dude. Come on. That's a good joke. I like the I like where their head's at, but remember what they said about educate. Let's listen to this older gentleman from 1973. Explain it to us very, very calm and precisely.
The word education comes from the word educo, meaning to induce, to draw out, or to develop from within. An educated person is not necessarily one who has an abundance of general or specialized knowledge. An educated person is one who has so developed the faculties of their mind that they may acquire anything they want or its equivalent without violating the rights of others. An educated person is the one that knows how to go and get what they want out of life.
Trippy stuff. Take a hit. I'm just kidding, metaphorically speaking. Think about that, though. You know, I'm what they call an autodidact. Autodidact. I don't even know how to say the word. In other words, I'm self-taught. Not really. I've learned everything I'm saying right now from somebody else. Let that sink in. But you really can do exactly what that guy said, all right? But it's not easy. None of it's fucking easy. I understand that nobody wants a real job, but like, are you going to do what it takes to not have said job? Are you going to do what it takes to not have to work the 9-hour day, 5 days a week work week? I don't know.
When they started dictating how you were going to live your life, they started dictating how much time you would spend with your family. And they started dictating what your personal worth is.
Trippy stuff. This person goes, with all the systems put into place before you were born, it's not you, it's the system. Holy shit. Wow. Thank you. The ruling class has to push the myth of personal responsibility, so you don't realize that most of your perceived failures are actually systemic. God, I want to get up and I want to drop kick somebody right now. I want to ninja kick your cousin. It's something to really think about, because this is why, right here, Gen Z workers say jobs should only go from 9 to 1 each day. No one actually works after lunch anyways. The problem is we're on a 9 to 5 system. Although I do this, I have to operate on a 9 to 5 system. And it's actually kind of convenient that way. Not everything. You could have a fake job being a bartender and you work till 3 a.m. I used to have that fake job where I'd make $80,000 a year with my fake job for 30 hours a week. Was it sustainable long term? Absolutely not. But it was fun, and it is an option for a little while. But this is where the world's at. I understand why these younger cats aren't even trying. They're not even trying to bother. Most of them. Like, why would they? You know what I mean? Unless you're going into like plumbing, something of that nature where you're going to own the business, or something like what I'm doing here and you're actually good at it. You have to be very, very careful with these jobs you pick, or just know that every 5 years you might have to change a job and your job doesn't matter and it's not real anyways. Something to think about. But I totally get it. I really do. This person goes, we're talking about college, and I was making a joke about, why pay for college? Just go, pay the guy who you want to get hired the 50 grand. He'll hire you. This person goes, paying to get a job is real. In my country, you have to pay a bribe to get a job in government. This is because government jobs are for life. No one is getting fired from one. You get to work very little and have great benefits. That's something funny that a lot of people recommend, at least in America. I hear this a lot. Just go to the military. Get a government job. Here's the deal. Not everybody's... What is everybody going to have a government job? And then you could argue the fact that those government jobs where they sit on their ass all day just doing menial typing shit. I used to work at a law firm. I worked at a fucking office. It was awful. Okay? No offense. But I had to go to the courthouse every day. And motherfuckers are just sitting there. It's just paperwork. Just copy, paste, copy, paste. They hate their jobs. They're just sitting there. And people coming in are forced to come in. I have to go to jury duty. I'm being forced. Okay? When I have to go do something in the courthouse, generally I'm being forced to do so. Think about that shit. Anyways, this guy doesn't look like he has a real job either. So this is fun.
And I really wish somebody would have told me that 10 years ago before I started showing up here every day.
I just love this cut, man. Real quick before I bounce back to this guy. This dude, this guy's got a good point here. This person goes, I don't think we appreciated the 2000 to 2019 era enough because, boy, these 2020s have been a struggle. People are weird. Music's weird. Food's weird. The time is just weird. Social media is strange. Life definitely ain't the same. Yeah, and that's why a lot of people are really questioning shit. And I'm having a great time, dude. I felt alone since I was 17. I'm 34. So now that everybody's kind of on this tip, I'm just like, yeah, shit. It's a big old nut bust. Anyways, I just like this cut.
But can you explain it a little more clearly to me as to why this isn't a real job? Is it because we use big machines like this to load out 3 to 6 tractor trailer loads a day? Or is it because we take things like this end-of-life vehicle and turn them back into valuable resources? Or is it just because you didn't realize how valuable those resources are for our economy and for our everyday lives? Did you know that about 70% of the steel produced in the United States is made from recycled steel? And the best part about metal recycling is because it's so valuable, you can bring your metal into a facility like ours and we'll actually pay you for it.
You can live for $12 an hour. Yep. You're going to take public transportation. You're going to live in a shitty place, but...
He goes, you can live for $12 an hour. Gary Vee is the best. He's fucking funny. But think about that. That dude's job, right? Okay? Apparently being a truck driver isn't a real job, okay? Being an HR manager is not a real job, according to me. Being that dude's position in steel work and doing some heavy lifting shit, that looks like some pretty manly stuff, okay? Some serious, compared to what I'm doing here, that seems like a very real job, right? This seems fake, what I'm doing here. You're like, wait, you're making money just talking shit on the internet? And I go, yeah, I know. So you get paid to go on stage and tell jokes? I go, I know. But think about what he just said, okay? You could literally, he has a business taking steel, putting it down and reselling it, right? Or he works for a company, whatever. Other people, I know people They have junk removal businesses, steel scrappers. These are real jobs, and these people make some serious money, okay? And that's probably a big opportunity right now to start a junk removal business. Think about how many people are going to lose their homes. They're going to need their shit cleared out, okay? Who's going to resell it? You are. I'm just kidding. You don't have the work ethic to do that. I'm joking. I'm kidding around. I don't know you. But that's a real thing, okay? Now, Gary Vee was just making what I think is a joke about living off $12 an hour. I'd be willing to bet you if you were to go scrap steel and do like junk removal and resell stuff and like do what that guy's doing at the scrapyard, you'll make far more than $12 an hour. And you could do that on your own. So let's chill out with the $12 an hour shit. You could survive on $12 an hour if you live in a hut. Let's hear.
You can. To me, I have 2 children. I would much rather my child be happy every day because I'm not scared of them not having a purse or nice sneakers or a big house. So I think my only words of wisdom is fight to be happy. Most young kids who don't want to go down a career path, they have to learn that they have to stand on their own 2 feet. So they can't have you paying, but he can do it.
Doesn't that bother you?
Yeah, it does bother me. No, I'm just kidding. I like what he had to say, though. I do. Like, my parents were very supportive of, like, my dad used to always tell me, Jack, you're never going to be happy working for anybody. And my mom used to go, Jack, you need to be the funny Tom Cruise because this office job is terrible. And my dad owned his own business, okay? And whether you think it's a real job or my mom's office job that she hated or my dad's fake business, which he loved, is a real job, it doesn't really fucking matter, okay? The point is no one cares how you make your money. All right. And unfortunately, Henry Ford, we're stuck in the 9-to-5 system, whether you like it or not. But you don't have to. You can make money at any hour of the day if you figure that out. Anyways.
Now, don't get me wrong. Back in the 30s and 40s and 50s, you know, they had pensions and retirements and they had good health benefits and whatnot. But now that stuff's gone. How many of you have a pension? How many of you have a retirement plan?
Basically, nobody. I'm just kidding. I actually do have a retirement plan. No health insurance, though. I can't afford it. Even though I make 6 figures. Still can't afford it. I refuse to do it. All the rules are out the window for Jack. Okay? Don't take my advice. I don't care. I make these videos for you guys to laugh. And hopefully you'll learn something. And hopefully you think for your damn self for once. Or maybe you're way ahead of the curve. Maybe you're way ahead of me. Good. We need more people like you. Now this guy, speaking of what I do for a living, I want you to think about what this guy said. Take this home with you. Okay? This guy goes, damn, dude, your whole channel is basically one video. That's a lie. I cover like a lot of topics. Go ahead and look through it. I'm like one of the few channels that's able to talk about an array of stuff. He goes, it's been bad before and it will be bad again. And honestly, it's never really been that good to begin with. The major difference is everybody wants everything now. There is no frugality. People walk around thinking 80 to 90K car is a necessity. Yeah, I agree with him. That's bullshit. I make I make good money and I drive like a $10,000 car. This is important though. The whole Seattle grunge scene started in an economy that was even hard to get into, the military or washing a dishes job. Even a dishwasher job had 250 applicants. We had to buy clothes secondhand at stores called Value Village. Okay. Now, since he took a shot at me, I was kind of an asshole to him. I go, your channel doesn't exist. Take a hit. Chill out. I said, oh, and P.S., I have 2 channels, so go suck several dicks and have a great day. Now, all I really saw at first was this, and I immediately commented that, okay? I actually don't want any harm done to this guy. But what I was trying to say is, okay, this guy goes, the Seattle grunge scene started in an economy that was hard. Okay, so we're in a hard economy, right? So what he's forgetting to look at is that if you're in a grunge band, right, you're going to basically make all the same kind of music, just like I make a lot of the same kind of videos. Does that make sense? Like if you go to put on Law and Order and all of a sudden in the show it has nothing to do with dead bodies and crimes, you're like, what in the fuck's going on? What happened to this channel, this TV station, right? If I go to watch Seinfeld and they're like, there's no jokes, and they're in Peru. I'm like, what's going on here? And like Kramer's not there, and no one's in the show. I'm like, what is going on? But what I'm trying to say is even in a hard economy, I'm talking about things that I care about because I'm living here with you, and I'm making money off of it. Just like these grunge bands. Do you think everybody in grunge who just started a grunge band just started making all this money? No, they fucking didn't. Some of them did. Some of them made a little bit of money. Some of them did great. Okay? So I agree with what this guy said. All right? There's always opportunity to be had. Okay? And yes, I shop at the thrift shop too. I love it, honestly. I used to have a whole business doing exactly what Value Village did. And you would come buy clothes from me. There's always opportunity. So yes, I agree with this guy, but don't come at me with my channels all one thing. I have 2 fucking channels, dude. Okay? And I talk about a lot of shit. Alright? So, chill out. Anyways, now, speaking of TV and television channels. Now, I want you to think about what I'm doing here for a career. This ain't nothing new. It's just on YouTube, and it's from a regular guy. Alright? I don't work for a network or some bullshit. I'm just a dude. Like you. Maybe I'm a little funnier. Who cares? Alright? This one goes to television is reality, and reality is less than television. Yeah. It's trippy shit.
Battle for the mind of North America will be fought in the video arena. The Videodrome. The television screen is the retina of the mind's eye. Therefore, the television screen is part of the physical structure of the brain. Therefore, whatever appears on the television screen emerges as raw experience for those who watch it. Therefore, television is reality, and reality is less than television.
Something to think about, though, okay? Think about that. People who used to pretend to be characters on a TV made more than the person who actually did the job in real life. And it's still going on till this day. All right? I know that message was a lot deeper than that, but I'm just making a point, okay? There's plenty of opportunity to be had out here. And also, we're going to end on a positive note like we always do here. This guy said it beautifully, and I've always understood this, well, at least for the last about 10 years. Take this home with you. We're going to end on this note.
Everybody hurry. I don't know where they going, but when they get there, oh, they're going to be sorry. The faster you try to get there, that career, that money, and you're going to figure it out that, man, it was the journey. It was not the destination. You're in a hurry to get there, to come up, to be this, to be that. And when you get there, you're going to feel discouraged more than you did before you even started to get there. Because it was the journey, the people that you didn't stop to talk to like me.
I can't say anything more than what that guy just said. But I can say thank you to everybody who supported my shenanigans. And we hit 100K on this channel. And that dude, what he just said, it's more than true. And you'd think I would be super stoked, which I am. I really am. But I've never really cared about the numbers. It's not about vanity for me. You know, I just wanted to make a living, making people laugh, and talking and making people think. That's it. That's all I ever wanted. Well, I used to want to be a professional skateboarder, and I went for that. Okay, and I did. I did pretty well. My point is I hit this goal, and it's taken me 10 years. Okay, from the time I started stand-up comedy till now, to get to this point. And, you know, I'm really happy about it, but along the way, all the people that were with me the whole time who I was building this with, the journey, right? They're all gone for the most part. A few of them are still there. But that was really sad, you know, because all my mom ever wanted from me was to do something like this. She wanted me to be the funny Tom Cruise, but I didn't want to be an actor. I make up my own shit, you know? So this is perfect for me. But she's dead. Not to say it candidly like that. I'm just saying she passed away. So she never even got to see this. Although I do believe in the other side. So what's up, Mom? Take a hit, baby. But yeah, enjoy the time. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy your family. Money's cool. Your career's cool. But, it might take you a while to get there. But just like the dude said, don't take my word for it. Take that guy's word. All I can do is attest to that. God, solid talk. This is a good time, I'm thinking about getting a real job. Classic.